In many old monasteries across Europe, there are stories that the church refuses to talk about, stories of nuns who never left the convent, even after death. One legend tells of a monastery where a nun appears every night in the same corridor. Witnesses say she walks slowly through the darkness, and if she stops in front of you, it means she knows your sin. This is the terrifying legend of the Black Nun of St. Agnes Monastery. In the mountains of Romania stands the ruins of an old monastery built in the 1800s. The building has been abandoned for decades, broken windows, cracked stone walls, and long corridors that seem to stretch into darkness. Locals refuse to go near the place after sunset because they believe the monastery is haunted by a nun who died there under mysterious circumstance. Yes, according to the legend. She took a sacred oath and broke it, and now her spirit walks the halls every night. In 1998, a group of university students decided to explore the monastery for a documentary. They arrived just before midnight. The air inside the building felt strangely cold. One of the students later said the silence was so heavy it felt like the building was holding its breath as they walked through the hallway. One of them noticed something at the far end. A dark figure standing perfectly still. It looked like a nun wearing a long black veil. At first they assumed it was a statue, but then it moved. The figure slowly began walking toward them. Her steps made no sound. As she got closer, they noticed something terrifying. Her face was completely pale, her eyes were black, and her mouth hung open as if she were trying to speak, but no sound came out. One of the students shouted for her to stop instead. She raised her arm and pointed directly at him. The group ran outside in panic, but the student. She pointed and refused to talk. He kept staring at the monastery door. Later that night, he finally told them what happened. When the nun pointed at him, he heard a whisper in his ear. A voice that said only 3 words, "I know everything." The student admitted something he had never told anyone. He had stolen money from his own family. And according to local legends, the Black Nun appears to those hiding guilt. Researchers later discovered an old record about a nun who once lived in the monastery. Her name was Sister Eleanor. According to church archives, she was accused of breaking her vows and secretly helping a man escape execution. For this betrayal, she was locked in a small stone cell. She died there, alone. Some believe her spirit now roams the monastery searching for sinners. Others believe she is trying to warn people about something hidden beneath the building. Years later, another group of explorers entered the monastery at night. They set up cameras in the main corridor for hours. Nothing happened. Then suddenly, one of the cameras captured a tall figure standing at the end of the hallway, the same black veil, the same pale face. The figure slowly walked toward the camera. But just before reaching it, the camera shut off. When the explorers checked the footage later, they heard something chilling, a whisper, right before the camera died. Confess, to this day, locals say the monastery is still haunted. Travelers sometimes report seeing a nun standing in the windows at night, watching, waiting. Because according to the legend, the Black Nun doesn't haunt the monastery. She judges the people who enter it, and if she points at you, it means she knows your secret.